50 reasons to vote against Ted Cruz in no particular order with sources, and go. He organized 11 senators to overturn the election results in 2020. He supported a bill banning abortion nationwide after 20 weeks, even in cases with severe health complications. He abandoned Texas and his dog Snowflake during Winter Storm Uri in 2021, then blamed it on his kids, all while more than 750 Texans died during the storm. He targeted low-income Americans by removing government and health insurance assistance for sexual and reproductive health care. He prioritized the NRA over grieving parents after Uvalde and also received over $175,000 in campaign contributions from the NRA and over $400,000 from gun rights groups, opposed bipartisan measures on gun reform, and has an A+ rating from the NRA. He asked if he could have the ability to be an Asian man during Ketanji Brown Jackson's confirmation hearings, wanted armed law enforcement on school campuses. He voted against the Violence Against Women Act. He led the charge to deny couples marriage equality nationwide. He attacked the Voting Rights Act. He read Green Eggs and Ham to stop Obamacare. He proposed a health plan forcing sick and poor people to pay way more for less coverage. He denies climate change. He compared BLM protests to the January 6th riot. He hates avocados. He has recorded over 500 podcasts while in office, amounting to 44 days of work. As an 18-year-old, his desire was to take over the world like a supervillain, also wanted to be in a teen film. Speaking of, he liked porn on Twitter on 9/11, never forget. He is unliked by his peers, including his fellow Senator John Cornyn, who many had seen their relationship as disconnected. Former Speaker of the House John Boehner called him Lucifer in the flesh, and has never worked with a more miserable son of a in my life. George W. Bush said, quote, "I just don't like the guy." Bob Dole said of the people in Congress, nobody likes him. If you killed Ted Cruz on the floor of the Senate and the trial was in the Senate, nobody would convict you, said Lindsey Graham. And I'll count this as one. Other celebrities that don't like him include Jimmy Kimmel, Seth Rogen, Casey Musgraves, Carrie Ells, Trevor Noah, Jon Stewart, Elliot Page, Mark Cuban, Ron Perlman, Carol Baskin, and RuPaul.
Child Ted Cruz.
Celebrities, if I missed you, put your name in the comments, I'll add you to the list. There's a viral video of his daughter avoiding his affection. His former roommate, Craig Mazin, said, quote, "One thing Ted Cruz is really good at, uniting people who otherwise would disagree about everything else," in a total hatred for Ted Cruz. He's also buddy-buddy with Trump now, even after Trump suggested that Cruz's father had something to do with the JFK assassination and that Ted Cruz's wife was unattractive. Nah. He loves The Godfather Part 3. Despite being born in Canada to a Cuban father, Ted Cruz opposes immigration reform. He introduced a bill that would continue building the border wall and add unnecessary border patrol agents. He's denied dreamers a pathway to citizenship. He wanted to hunt and deport 12 million immigrants. He wanted to patrol Muslim neighborhoods with law enforcement. He fully supported Brett Kavanaugh's Supreme Court nomination despite the allegations. He voted against equal pay for equal work. He praised Jesse Helms to the Heritage Foundation, yes, that Heritage Foundation, in 2013, saying we needed 100 more like him. Jesse Helms, if you didn't know, was a former senator from North Carolina who voted against the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, and was notoriously against disability rights, environmentalism, feminism, LGBTQ rights, affirmative action, access to abortion, and he staged a filibuster against the creation of MLK Day. He supports book bans, he opposes net neutrality, he voted against student loan forgiveness, he opposes paid family leave. He filibustered a vote to raise the minimum wage. He tried to shut down the government to defund Planned Parenthood. He tried to make Beto O'Rourke seem uncool for being in a punk band. He has started beef with Big Bird and Elmo, and also implied one time that Mickey and Pluto would have sex.
They're gonna have Mickey and Pluto going at it.
He bragged about killing a bill to limit assault weapons after Sandy Hook. He supports school vouchers, which will give public funding to private religious schools. He elbowed his wife in the face while hugging his dad 3 times. He made fun of Joe Biden right before his son Beau's funeral. This election, he used photographs of 2 minors who are not transgender in 2 anti-transgender ads without consent from their parents. And lastly, he made eating queso weird.
Good queso relaxes you. It's scooped up with tortilla chips, dribbling down your chin and onto your shirt.
Now, after all that, do you really think Ted Cruz is the best Texas has to offer? Election day is November 5th, so make your plan to vote for Colin Allred. And if you want the sources to every claim here, check our website at progresstexas.org and use the hashtag HumansAgainstTedCruz because, of course, we're human and we're against Ted Cruz.